do this and your hair will never stop growing, or do this twice a week and your hair will be down to the floor past your ankles. And it's just like, don't make promises that you can't keep. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Christian. Let's get straight into today's video. So today's video is going to be very special. I will be doing a part 2 to what natural hair vloggers don't want you to know. When I made this video, I honestly didn't expect to get the reaction that I got. The video is sitting at 70,000 views right now, and I did not expect that. So we're gonna be doing a part 2. There were a lot of very juicy comments that came from that video. So let's get into what natural hair vloggers do not want you to know part 2, and then stay tuned for the roasting session at the end. Be sure to like this video if you enjoyed it, and let's get into it. The first thing I have on my list is the video's titled, "Do This and Your Hair Will Grow 10 Inches Overnight, Needs to Be Regulated." Now, I don't know about you guys, but a couple months ago, I started seeing these videos coming up in my feed, and these videos are going viral, like 1 million views, 2 million views, 500,000 views, and the title basically will always say, "Do this and your hair will never stop growing," or "Do this twice a week and your hair will be down to the floor past your ankles." And it's just like, don't make promises that you can't keep, because at that point it's clickbait and it's false advertisement for someone to say, if you do this specific action, your hair will grow. Because you have to take into consideration that some people have health conditions that prevent them from growing their hair, and they could waste their money purchasing these items, try it out, and it not work for them. So I feel like people that do this and your hair will grow, or do this treatment 3 times a week and your hair will be down to the floor, like, I feel like they should stop doing those titles and do something like, "I tried this on my natural hair and I had a great amount of length retention," or I retained all 6 inches of my growth this year by using this treatment. But then again, we wouldn't know, that particular treatment was the cause of your hair growth, because like we said in the previous video, hair grows on its own. Now, I have yet to see, you guys can comment down below and let me know, but I have yet to see a person just monitor their yearly hair growth and measure it and see how long it is, and then compare it to when they do, these treatments and these, growth challenges. Because if somebody knows that statistically their hair grows a 1/2 inch a month or 1 inch a month, then when they do these new treatments and things, then they have something to compare it to. But knowing that your hair already grows, you can't really say, "This made my hair grow," when your hair already grows. So yeah. Number 2 is the videos that are in the natural hair niche are very repetitive, and I myself have seen influencers make the same video over and over, with just different thumbnails. Because when I was filming my how to grow long natural hair videos, I at least tried to make sure that I wasn't regurgitating the same tips over and over again, because let me tell you, it was so tempting to just keep saying the same tips over and over again. But honestly, I felt like it would not be fun for me to continue telling you guys the same thing over and over again. But I personally have seen, because honestly, growing your hair is so simple that you kind of run out of tips. And when you're in that niche, you kind of have to keep going with it, or else YouTube will not like you anymore and all that stuff. But yeah, just pay attention, watch a couple of your favorite people, and go back to their old videos, because I personally, emphasis on personally, feel like the tips are the same. Okay, number 3, we've already discussed this, but your hair grows on its own. That was like a big hot topic in the comments of my last video. Some people were really agreeing with me, and other people were saying, well, I tried this and it worked, and I tried that and it worked, and I tried this and it worked. But we'll get to that. We'll get to that during the comment reaction section. Number 4, I know a lot of people probably are gonna fight me on this one, but it's true. Loose curl patterns don't grow faster. And I thought for the longest that my type 4 hair wasn't growing. Like when I first went onto my healthy hair journey, I thought my hair wasn't growing until I put heat on it and stretched it. My shrinkage is so deceptive. My shrinkage is so deceptive. I thought my hair was not growing. Looser curl patterns, because they don't have as much shrinkage as the tighter curl patterns, it looks like their hair is growing faster, but that's not true. The issue is their hair, because it's not as textured, it has the ability to not break off as easily as someone who has a tighter coil. That's why it may look like people that have looser curl patterns, their hair is growing faster, but in reality it's just because the tighter curl patterns just have shrinkage, which prevents you from seeing the growth. Okay, the next thing I want to say is that hair typing is deceptive. And I want to say hair typing is deceptive because I see a lot of people trying to tell other people what their hair type is. And what you guys have to understand is that I could manipulate my hair to look a certain texture when it's really not, because some people are coming on camera to do their hair and it has a whole bunch of product on it already. Some people like to come on camera and their hair is naked. They have nothing on their hair, they have no product. And then some people only come on their channel when their hair is in a stretched state. So if if I come on my channel and I have a braid out all the time, you might think, oh, her hair is 3B or 3C, but in reality it might be a tighter texture. I'm not gonna really keep using the chart because I really don't really vibe with the chart, because you could be in between a B and a C, so you could be a it's just like people will come on camera with their hair in different states. So if you come on camera in a twist out or braid out, it's gonna look different from a wash and go, and even a wash and go is going to look different from hair with no product. So I think hair typing is really deceptive. I had one person try to tell me that my hair was a type that it's definitely not. And I want to also say that moisturized hair looks looser than dry hair, because there was a time in my life where I wasn't properly moisturizing my hair and it looked crazy. It looked like a totally different texture. So just know that it depends on product, climate, season. There are so many factors that go into how a person's hair looks. So let's just refrain from trying to tell other people what their hair type is when they've been living with that hair type. Honestly, your curl pattern doesn't matter anyways. That's just another way for brands to say, hey, this is for type 3 and 4. It doesn't matter. It has nothing to do with how the actual products are going to perform on your hair. Some sponsored posts are filmed the day they receive the products without any prior testing. I did a sponsorship recently and the products were great. I did a sponsorship. I'll probably put the thumbnail on the screen, but I did a sponsorship, and when I was doing my research on other people that also did sponsorships for this specific brand, this is not to shame, this is not to blame, none of that, but basically they would take the product straight out of the box and film the review the same day. Personally, that method is not for me. I tried the products out for a full week. I saw how they performed on my hair. I even came on camera and showed you guys how my hair looked afterwards, because I don't know how I feel about trying a product the same day and also filming a review in the same day. Because if you know your hair, you might not really know how the products are performing until a couple days later. You probably won't know how the products actually performed on your hair till like the next wash day. So just be careful. Be wary of the influencers that like to receive the product and give their first opinions the same day that they receive the products, because I don't know, I'm not gonna blame, because I'm telling you, it is time consuming to create sponsored content. But me personally, I would like to know that the person that I'm watching actually tried the product more than once so that they could give their honest review. Okay, so now I'm gonna scoot over so I can have room for little comments on the side. So let's get into some of these comments from my last video. Okay, the first comment we're gonna talk about is from this person. Thank you for commenting. I made some people mad when I told everyone that products don't make your hair grow. It's the methods you use and consistency. Products assist in hair growth. Back in 2009, the natural hair community was more so about embracing tighter textures and not products, really. This video has great gems. Thank you so much for your comment. I think that the natural hair community and it wasn't really about products in the beginning. It was really about embracing your hair, your hair without product. And after 2009, there was a spike and these companies started to go crazy with all of their marketing tactics, and it definitely has taken away from the movement. Okay, the next person said, yeah, I totally agree. Your hair grows unless you have some serious scalp trauma that happened to damage follicles. It's about length retention. Things can help reduce shedding, but again, it's just length retention, LOL. My least favorite marketing tactic is when products say repair split ends. Nope, just cut them. There's the repair. Prevention is more realistic. She said what needed to be said. Okay. Nothing can make your hair grow faster is one of the most truthful statements that I've heard from a natural hair blogger. I wouldn't call myself a natural hair blogger, but thank you. Okay, the next one. I'm just tired of those videos that say, try this treatment 3 times a week and your hair will grow. You get these vloggers making things in their kitchen like it's a whole science experiment when you don't need to do too much. I actively started to grow my hair out since November, and it's not that hard. All I really needed was moisture and routine. Thank you for these videos because you really keep it real with the advice. You're welcome. And what I will say is that DIYs are not the devil. I used to do my DIY deep conditioners and hair masks. Now I act too bougie. Like, I act like I don't have time for that. But back when I had heat damage and I was, you know, transitioning into my, you know, my natural hair, blah, 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 I was on that. I mean, I wasn't mixing up like all of these extravagant things, but it was cute. It was cute. Honestly, I just watch hair videos when I'm bored. I do what works for me. My hair grows regardless, and I retain length by taking care of it. No magic tricks and no top secrets. This is me. I used to watch natural hair videos 25/8, and now I literally do it when I'm bored. I'll search it every now and then just to see what the trends are that I'm not gonna partake in, but I agree. Okay. I have a friend who straight abuses her hair. She literally does nothing to it, washes it maybe once a quarter, but sits it in this really dry ponytail, and her hair is always at least bra strap length. Some of y'all hair can take more abuse than others and still grow, damage and all. Genetics definitely are the cause for that. I don't agree. Damaged hair does grow. Just because you damaged your ends does not mean that the hair from your scalp is going to now be damaged or not grow. And what she is describing here is called, there's a difference between low manipulation and no manipulation. I guess this person would be categorized as no manipulation, but I don't think that, I don't know. Let me know in the comments below. I think if you leave, because I leave my hair in twists, and I mean, I have weekly maintenance, but I know other people that leave their hair in buns. It's just about low manipulation. Your hair is gonna grow. Okay, so somebody responded to that and said, not really. I think what it is that afro hair is low manipulation, and hair in itself will grow out of the scalp regardless. Hair doesn't need help to grow, and I think hair adapts to conditions. So if you do nothing, it isn't necessarily neglect. The hair will adapt. See how men don't use the plethora of products women use, but their hair grows the same or even faster? Doubt that's due to genetics when it's oftentimes men in one's own family, for example. Okay. This whole movement makes you think our hair won't grow unless we whip up some kind of magical concoction with all these foreign oils, when in reality, if we leave it alone, it will flourish. Yeah, and that's part of why I stopped making the how to grow long natural hair comments, because people would always say you must be mixed with something, or oh, it's just genetics play a role. But if that's the case, then everybody in my house would have waist-length hair, and everybody in my house does not have waist-length hair, because it's not due to genetics. It's literally just taking care of your hair. So I think I've said enough. Please like this video if you enjoyed, and don't forget to leave me a comment and let me know what you think about these comments that I reacted to, as well as the points in this video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Whip, body, whip, got it, die on it. Did I ever ask you to take me?